Hello and welcome to episode forgot its number of the arena. I think it's 4. In this episode, I plan to continue into this Crypt of Hearts and to retrieve the sixth piece of the Staff of Chaos. I wonder how many hearts do they have stored here. Ghosts do not possess hearts because ghosts are totally immaterial. Zombies, however, can possess hearts. So can ghouls. Skeletons usually don't. Because skeletons usually don't have any soft tissue. I was supposed to hold left button, so I'll go through the door. After I kill the spiders who snuck behind me to stab me in the butt with their incisors. So, for the rent I have today, there is a stop, which is guys next episode after Enterprise has been badly damaged by said minefield, and they find a repair station. So Trip, Tucker, Trip Tucker is one person. Archer, Trip, and Paul go there to investigate and mainly negotiate. After semi-successful negotiation, basically full repair for either 200 liters of warp. Either 200 liters of warp plasma or some warp injectors, or I forgot what was the third thing. I think some coils, warp coils, antimatter injectors or warp coils, yes. And either of those things for a full repair. They decide on the warp plasma. Okay. Later they find a molecular synthesizer, which is equivalent to their well, not equivalent, but basically it's a thing that can create molecules, basically a replicator. The thing is that Trip says that with that they could create all the spare parts they need, which is true. The problem is that so can the station. So why would it demand payment in spare parts? Well, not demand, ask for. That I find questionable. Of course, the real payment was Travis, so there is that. Perhaps it was just to confuse people who think that there should be payment, so that they don't realize what the real payment is. Which almost worked, yeah. But then there is another thing. The station does have transporters. Okay, Enterprise also has transporters. But it uses transporters to abduct Travis and then replicates a corpse in his place. And they discover that it's fake Travis because the corpse has dead microbes in it instead of living microbes. Because replicators can't replicate things. Even though replicators and transporters are based on the same principle, the problem is that the energy pattern of a living being is too complex. The material pattern isn't that complex, because that's what the replicators use. but the energy pattern is. And so if you replicate something that should be alive and don't have the energy pattern, it just has a very generic power, which basically makes it dead. As there are no electrical impulses currently running to jumpstart it. Which also means that you could just replicate something that should be alive and then get it jump started with some what's it called, necromancy that they sometimes use to bring people back from the dead. But whatever, resurrect will revive them. But basically they can't. They don't realize this. But okay. And Flox comments on it that it's capable of creating practically anything except living beings. Except the problem is that anything that has transporters can create living beings, that is, duplicate them. All it takes is to start the transport process, then materialize twice rather than once. Because for a moment, the energy pattern and the material pattern are data, and data can be duplicated. Data always can be duplicated. And now I am not speaking about the person. Which segment is the door? This one. So yes, as long as you have transporters, you can duplicate living things. And in fact, it happened in some episodes of Star Trek, such as... No, I forgot the name. But I know there is some episode of original series where Kirk gets split into good and evil parts. And I know there is an episode of TNG where Glenn gets duplicated, or more specifically, we find out that he had been duplicated, and that his transporter clone was living alone on a planet. And it can be achieved accidentally, can be achieved intentionally. And another interesting thing, such clone obviously has all the memories of the original. The problem is that since the energy patterns cannot be saved for long, you can't store a person's memory like that, because well, you can't give them as save files in this manner purely, because they'd die after some time. However, vampires regenerating? Interesting. You could duplicate someone, then put the clone into stasis, and then if the original dies on the away mission you're sending them onto, you pull out the clone. Fireballing me he is. Wow, his fireballs were indeed deadly. Perhaps they were not purely fireballs. I'm resistant to fire. Let's try melee. Hopefully he's less deadly in melee, though I somewhat doubt it. Wow, since I can't even get into melee. That's a problem. And I don't know whether he's guarding anything important. I may try something else. Presumably he's still there, even if I can't see him. But perhaps not. Which would be annoying. Do I have anything of shield to let me get into melee? No, I do not. That was his first fireball. Well, if he's guarding anything important, I can't get it. Because I can't get close to him without him killing me. I can look up vampires, but I think it's regular fire that he uses. At least from the color of those things. Hello, zombies. Why are vampires so deadly? And this statue is not important. So I'm looking up the vampire in this particular game. Arena Monsters Vampire. And yes, if he is guarding anything, I've got a problem. I'm paralyzed, you are dead. So they cast fireballs, yes. Damage 1 to 50 in melee, so I could survive a blow, but not sure how powerful their fireballs are. And well, he can insta-kill me with them even if it resists fire, so that's a problem. And if I fail to find anything in this dungeon, I'll have to return there to fight him. I think that was homunculus what I heard, though I am not certain of that. I don't like you, spider. Go heal spies. A wraith appeared in front of me, stopping me from jumping onto a platform. then disappeared the moment I got onto it anyway, so that I couldn't. No, he didn't disappear. He. Well, that's rude. There wasn't even anything here. Okay. So back to the rant. Then there is something with cooling ducts in the station. Specifically, Trip decides to have a look at the station's computer. He discusses it over the station's microphone, how he will, with Malcolm, about how he will break into the computer. Well, over a table in the station's mess hall, but the table has a replicator in it, allowing it to respond to voice commands, so the computer will obviously hear this. Well, eventually they get teleported back, and they are crawling to the computer core through something Trip calls cooling ducts, but they are filled with breathable air and can be crawled into by humans, which makes them way too uh, ineffective as cooling ducts, since they are obviously at room temperature, so they are cooling, and also they are unnecessarily big, meaning that they would have been inefficient even if they were cooling them, as efficient ones could have been much smaller. But yeah, eventually they got teleported away. Then I have Arrow. Death stroke. Don't most the strokes lead to death? Well, in this case, it's about a person who has a nickname. Oh, whoever was fireballing me disappeared. Then there is hellhound over there. Perhaps it was a ghost and he wasn't fireballing me, but shockballing me, and then the hellhound killed me, well, him, to deny me the experience. I'm still not sure whether it actually denies me the experience. Well, Slade Wilson, the Deathstroke, abducts Leah, tells her she's a bastard, and then lets her go. Well, see, while this summary is technically truthful, it's not precise. What happens is he abducts Leah, tricks the police into first arresting him, then discovering that he can't have abducted Thea and releasing him, then releases Thea and tells her that her mother and brother have been lying to her and that the Malcolm Marilyn is her real father. Of course, it's not clear as to why she is believing him, since it's not like he can prove it and he did just abduct her. But she believes him, and that makes her angry at her mother and brother. Not that her brother knew most of the time, but whatever. Oh, I see the Oh, and there is also the thing with it's Detective Lance who arrests and I leveled up. Who arrests Slade based on what the arrow tells him. He gets into trouble for this because uh, they think that Slade didn't actually do it. Okay, makes sense. Then then Fia comes in, says that Slade did actually abduct her, and that makes Quentin Lance, or Detective Lance, be in even more trouble because arresting criminals is worse for policemen than arresting innocents, apparently. That's what I get from that. You enter the third level of the Crypt of Hearts. The walls are covered with a sticky, foul-smelling, mucus-like substance. In the distance can be heard screams of agony. The last thing I have is night in where the humanoid aliens from Voxola are being again. No one knows by what, but Porthos, the Paul, and Archer are in the contamination. So my guess was that it was that Archer brought his pet to a diplomatic mission. It wasn't that. It turned out to be that Porthos peed on some holy tree with one eye. But yeah, it did involve Porthos. Also, Porthos got sick with something. And here's the strange part. Flox says that whatever he's got um, is destroying his autoimmune system. There is no such thing as autoimmune system. So I guess Flox isn't a good veterinary for dogs. There is such a thing as immunity system, which sometimes people call the immune system. But and there is autoimmunity disorder, which makes the immunity system attack the body. But autoimmunity system or autoimmune system does not exist. It would be a system designed to act as an autoimmune disorder, which obviously is useless. Well, worse than useless, actively harmful. But I guess Flox isn't a good physician. Or perhaps decent enough physician for denobulans and humans, but not dogs. And unfortunately, Porthos is in fact a dog. I didn't know there was a hellhound behind me. pretty sure there wasn't. They are just teleporting around to spite me. But unfortunately, I can't prove it because I can't see behind me. There is no third-person view in this game. It would be nice if there was, but there isn't. But yeah. Also, Cardassians complained that Archer hasn't adjusted his clock to their capital when he's in space and they are in their capital. Archer complains about it because they called about it in the middle of the night for him because according to Enterprise's clock it's Earth night, but according to their clock it's day where they are. From somewhere comes the smell of sulfur and along with it a blast of hot air. Oh, Cardassians is the name of the aliens. The easily insulted aliens. Then again, apparently, Archer has very bad diplomatic skills, so getting insulted by him is not all that difficult. Ghosts spawned around me to try to tear me to Pixies. I will not allow this. I will not turn to fish. Instead, I will kill the ghosts. Not caring that they are already dead. I don't care that much about the stuff. I wonder what amulet it is though. -3 versus -5. Nope. Let's see if there is anything interesting in this room. A secret door. Hello. But I want the other secret door, which isn't really a secret, so I just failed at looking. 317. And another door. And Fire Demon! Or Fire Daemon as it is. Well, I know the episode is supposed to end, but there is a Fire Daemon in front of me. He wants to eat my souls. So that he can put them on his legs. And now there are 2 hellhounds who want to eat on my sulfur, which is exactly 0. Well, I am not trying to kill. I am trying to kill hellhounds. Room clear? Room clear. So time to save and see you next episode, which will be, I guess, on Thursday again. Also, yeah, I will be trying to get to the depths of the hearts and find the stuff. Goodbye.